Hey everybody, welcome to my Homebrew Wednesday cast. This one is being filmed on a Friday, and I'm going to address that here in just a minute. But quickly to let you know that the bulk of this episode will be on my trip to HeavyRiff Brewing in St. Louis, Missouri with Jared. But first I just want to touch on the Homebrew Wednesday concept. Huge props to S.J. Poor for starting this Homebrew Wednesday thing. I love mine. I love everybody else's. I try to watch as much of them as I can. I subscribe to enough of them that I don't know that I could physically watch everyone from beginning to end and get it done in a week. But I still try to get as much of it in as I can when I have the time. I appreciate them. They're a blast. I have two problems for me with my Homebrew Wednesdays. One of them is that I'm always busy at the beginning of the week and they're never done on time, and so I have a lot of Homebrew Wednesdays on Thursdays. The other thing is that sometimes I feel like because I've set it up as a Homebrew Wednesday that I need to do something for a Wednesday, and sometimes I force that, and then it's just crap. And when I'm not happy with it, then I'm likely to skip a couple weeks anyway, cause even if I have stuff, because then I'm like, oh, I just put out crap last weekend, and so I'm trying to avoid that. I'm not truly going to change the expectation of the weekly thing, but I'm going to refer to my Homebrew Wednesdays. When I put HBW on a video, you can be assured that basically what I mean is Homebrew Weekly. Just because Wednesdays are, it's tough. I'm still going to shoot for early, middle of the week. Sometimes going to show up on a Tuesday, sometimes going to show up on a Thursday. Just to set the expectation that, hey, why is Mark putting out his crap on a Tuesday or a Thursday? That's going to be my intent going forward. But once again, huge props to S.J. Poor. This is an amazing thing that we do, and I enjoy it a great deal. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the video I have of my trip to St. Louis, and I'm going to talk through it. Alright, we'll start with a couple of quick shots from the Arch. St. Louis is a beautiful city. Had a blast there. And this is the outside. This is the outside of Jared's building. This is his parking. It's a beautiful brick building. There's his coming soon sign. And I'll tell you what, people walking by are anxious to poke their heads in there and see just when he's going to be open. It's obviously anticipated. If you pay attention, the electrical isn't quite done yet. This is during his electrical work. You can see the conduit. I think you can see the wire. Those wires aren't connected to anything yet. Okay, that's where the dartboard's going to go. We're going to slow the video down a little bit here. And actually, I'm going to back that up just an ounce. Come on. Come on. Stop. Stop it. There you go. This is it's going to have dartboards on this side behind you, and I don't really think I videoed there, is where he's going to have his stage. This bar, to be honest, you have to go there. Really. Not just because I'm trying to push business his way, but this video even just doesn't do it justice. It's huge. But it feels really lived in. It's amazing, and so it is worth the trip. But that's where the dartboards are going to go. This bar, they handmade this. This is a gorgeous bar. It's all new, but it looks lived in. There's signed guitars in the back there. One of those is Neil Young. 15 taps. About 6 of those, I think he said he's going to start out with, will be his, and some of the others will be guest taps. There's the shuffleboard table. It looks like a blast. Back to that bar, there are purse hooks and electrical outlets every few feet. I think that's just innovative and awesome. That was the, let's see, we got to pause again. That was the walk-in. Right there, that's the shuffleboard again. But when we first step in here, this whole room behind the bar is going to be his walk-in cooler. They purchased the whole thing included. There you go. Now let's stop and have a conversation. Right here, that tap, it's not quite in focus because it paused the video, is the employee tap. And that's, I would need to figure out how to become an employee. But this whole room is going to be their walk-in, and then that'll be Justin's desk. And here on the left, this is his small batch system that he can do small batches, test batches, one-offs, so on and so forth. He can also use this to do decoction for his full system, which I think that's really cool. There's the brew setup for the 5-barrel system. There's a much better. He has a much better picture that I thought was awesome. I don't know if I got that anywhere, but it was awesome. This is the 4 5-gallon fermenter, or 5-barrel, 5-barrel fermenters, and they are. There's a lot of room there to add more as necessary. He also, then these are all going to be. They're all temperature controlled with glycol in, glycol out, and the bottom port there is for the thermometer, the thermostat that keeps the flow correct to keep them at temperature. Over here, that's going to pump his glycol. And I think we will sweep back the other way, and we will see not only all of his kegs, but his whatever it is, 1,000-pound CO2 setup is right there. Some of the other neat things about Jared's bars, it's a very old building, like turn of the century, the last century building, and so if you look up on the wall, and now I'm going to have to pause again so you can see it because I went past it just a little quick, right there in the center of the screen. Let's do it. Okay, so you can see it. That drywall isn't missing. That drywall was left out so that you could see the brickwork underneath to remind you of what this building has been through to get to where they are. I think that's cool that they want to hold on to that past as well. And so I think I think we're going to talk about one more thing here on the video. Yeah, that's the CO2 there. I went back and refilmed it, but that's back over there to his right, which we're going to look at. There's Jared. Hi, Jared. Is his water filtration, and the truth is that he starts with very good water. He's in St. Louis, and if you know anything about beer history, beer breweries went where the water was correct to make the beer, and obviously there's some folks in St. Louis that think St. Louis is someplace worth making beer. And so yeah, it was an amazing visit. Had a great time with Jared. He's a great guy. It was a lot of fun. We shared some beers. I gave him some from my Black Rocks and one that I made. He gave me a few that he had made and some from Boulevard. And excellent beers. Enjoyed them quite a bit. His single IPA was amazing. I had that just the other night. And so if you get a chance to be in St. Louis, it is worth a trip. It's a lot of fun. And it just kind of also shows the whole 17 brew crew thing. We showed up and we got along and we had a blast. And it was a great visit. And I will go back again, I assure you. By the way, Jared is back to casting on Wednesday nights with Becky. The Jared and Becky show is on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock Central. And the new JTV channel for that cast, to separate it from the brewery, is HeavyRiff Homebrew. And so, look it up, subscribe, go check them out. They're a blast. And once again, not on Wednesday, it's on Friday, but that's going to be part of the way this goes here sometimes. Cheers, 17.